Hello everyone, it's the Canadian Wi-Fi here. I have a team for you today featuring a Passimian. So this is something that the Gumi has been messing around with for about a month. Passimian got Defiant as its hidden ability released, and I don't know, I saw him make like a balanced team with it, and he passed it to me, and I was gonna upload with that, but I didn't love it. I'm not great at playing balance, especially in like modern Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon OU. Anyway, this is the team that I saw him play against. Actually, it's a hyper offense team with lead Azelf and a Keldeo, and I don't know, I love the look of the team. So basically what I did is I replaced the Specs Keldeo with a banded Passimian, and I replaced lead Azelf with lead Greninja. So you're gonna see banded Passimian. It's Mega SD Sizzler, really good late game. Flynium Z Stealth Rocking Landorus. Lead T-Spike Spikes Greninja, which is probably like the key to this team, Shuka Coco, and Life Orb Mimikyu. I've had a lot of fun playing with this team. A lot of times what I'll do is in between classes when I have 10 minutes, I'll grab like a game or two on the mid OU ladder, like 1500s or so. And the games do not last very long because it is hyper offense. So I'm just going to narrate over a few of them to start today. So I'll narrate a couple of them because a few of them are actually good games, but I might talk over a few of them as well because at the end of the day, it's hyper offense and you can kind of see what's going on your screen. The team will be down below, and I highly recommend giving it a chancey, because it's really fun to use, pretty brainless to be completely honest. Like, you don't have switches for much. You'll see a lot of times in this video I'm switching like I'm switching Passimian into like Heatran and taking half, and it's like, well, that's my best switch into a fire move, so it's like, what can you do? But hyper offense kind of rolls that way, and you either live long enough to win or die the hero. So anyway, recently I've been having a lot of trouble finding not just time but motivation. Because for a while there it was time. It was, I have a girlfriend who requires attention. Obviously that's how relationships work. My classes go till May 10th, and I'm in aviation. Like, I still need to pay attention. And they're wrapping up. I'm having a lot of fun right now. Like, honestly, now that the weather's nice again, we're in like the mid 20s Celsius here. That's a lie. We're in like the mid teens, but it's just gorgeous. Like, today was 21 degrees out, sunny, clear skies, and it felt like summer. I had a blast today. We were doing engine run-ups and like testing the piston engines and diagnosing different magneto problems. It was like, honestly, just like the whole culmination of my first year in aviation just felt like today was so sunny and so beautiful. It just felt really awesome. Regardless, I've had a lot of time in school that I still need to pay attention and remember, and I need to find a job for the summer. I've applied to a lot of different airline places, and I still have yet to hear back, so I'm trying to like weigh all my options and make like some big boy decisions there. And I still need to work on my car, and then like I said, I have relationships I need to take care of, and at the end of the day, I do class from like 8 to 5 most days, so like I barely have time to begin with at the end of the day. And like recently I bought GTA 5 on PC, so I remember seeing a really funny Twitter picture a while ago, which I might be able to put on screen in between videos here, or in between games. And my gaming computer I built in 2013, and it has never done anything more graphically intensive than like run a Pokemon emulator or edit a video with Sony Vegas. So I found it really funny that like, well, you know what, I haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5 since it came out, and I'd love to play it again with like some decent graphics, and my computer can just handle it on max settings. I got my Wii U Pro controller set up. I've been having a ton of fun playing back through that game. I'm gonna try to 100% it because I never actually 100%ed it back in the day, and obviously like the PC version's a little more intensive than the PS3 one. I'm going to actually narrate through this game because, as you can see, my opponent actually has a cool team. It's Shetty with Diancie, and I have Hyper Offense, so Ice Beam on the Greninja because I'm a god at predicting switches, apparently. And this is going to be an interesting game because, obviously, if I can keep hazards up, I'm going to be of a huge benefit because that limits, one, it prevents him from using Shedinja at all, and two, it kind of puts pressure. He also has a bulky core of like Starmie, Tangrowth, Heatran, so it's gonna be really annoying to break through. And looking at my team, like I know it's gonna be a struggle. Passimian here, instead of clicking close combat, I'm a god and I just hit the gunk shot, poison the Tangrowth, do a ton, which is gonna limit it for the rest of the game, especially if I can keep that spike up. So Granny comes in and he reveals his Landorus to be scarfed. I clicked Ice Beam there and it would have been so nice to kill that thing, but he reveals that he's scarfed, so that's fine. I'm gonna go to Mimikyu here. Starmie Ice Beams, and I have no idea why. This Starmie, I figured, like, I blocked the Rapid Spin, right? So I figured he's either going to switch, I can just Shadow Claw for free on something, but he just lets me kill it. So I'm like, cool, that spike's here forever, I win. Then he whips out Scarfed Landorus Defog, which I was like in awe at first, then I'm like, well, I guess if you have a Shetty, that kind of makes sense. So he's gonna end up sacking his Diancie here, and I feel like that's 2 plays in a row that kind of like he misplayed on, or at least over predicted, because at this point I can go with the Sizzler because I know that his lander is a Scarf, predict his Heatran coming in and go back out into my Lando right away. Like, nice aggressive plays. Just gonna get my plops up because, like I said, it's gonna pressure him a lot. He opts not to defog here, and I figured if he is gonna defog, I'm gonna go to Passimian, get the free +2, and probably kill something on his team, or maybe click knockoff because that would prevent Shetty from coming in. Anyway, at this point, Sizzler is a free switch to Roost Up. I probably predict Heatran coming in, or no, actually, you know what? I knock off predicting Heatran to come in because I'm just trying to residual that. I knock off the Scarf, which allows him to defog, but at this point I can get a +1 with Sizzler, and I assume make the correct play. Yeah, I'm gonna just continue whittling around on this Heatran. Here's where the problems come in. Well, now Heatran's in and I have Sizzler, so I need to switch. Where's my switch to Heatran? It's apparently Tapu Koko. I can Roost Up and get the heck out of there, go back to Sizzler, as he's gonna predict that double back out. Really nice play, just gonna get off another free Lava Plume. Go back out into Coco, get the burn, and I believe this is right here where he basically like steals the game. So that's an unbelievable play by my opponent on turn 29. He predicts me to Roost, and instead of T-Bolt, like those 2 turns right there, I'm like, well, fuck. I'm pretty sure I lose now. He has all the switch initiative and rocks up, and Shetty's in, SD, like I'm in a lot of trouble here. He's gonna make a play in a few turns here that is questionable at best, and this guy is actually super chill in the chat. It reminded me back in the day I used to really like playing on Pokemon Showdown, and this is one of those games that like I genuinely like enjoyed talking to my opponent during the game. It's this player right here. I don't know why he didn't go to Shedinja. I clicked Thunderbolt just because last time he over predicted, and this time I actually caught him on it. So this is gonna allow Mimikyu to come in, kill off Heatran, and I'm in a really good spot with Sizzler now, obviously, because with no Heatran, or even Heatran low at 13, like Sizzler's a menace. So he's gonna go to Lando. I'm gonna force him to click Stone Edge by sacrificing my own Lando, and Sizzler's gonna be able to come in here and pretty much win because I can Roost on his Lando and then just Swords Dance to the moon, and that is gonna be the game because his Shetty is holding a safety goggles, not a focus sash. It was actually a really interesting game, and that one took my entire lunch break, so it's a ton of fun actually. I love this team, and just the ways like you can kind of sneak around interesting matchups like this one. Anyway, back on the Grand Theft Auto train of thought there, it's just really funny because, like I said, I had this gaming computer that I literally have not pushed to the limit at all in like my 6 years of owning it, and part of me so bad deep down wants to share or broadcast this because, like, as a YouTuber for so long, it just feels like I'm obligated if I'm ever doing something interesting, like, oh, of course my fans need to see it. But I have to shake that train of thought, and like there's just no way. Like my computer, it's chilling there, I think like 85% usage when I'm just playing Grand Theft Auto at max settings. So like if you take that and then screen capture and stream all at the same time, there's just no way it would be able to keep up. So I'm not even going to try to bother streaming. I'm just going to try to enjoy it in my pastime. The other thing is Pokemon Clover right now. Probably like I'd at least half of you watching this video are also watching Pokemon Clover, because it seems like my Pokemon Showdown uploads have like dropped. When I came back, they were getting like 300 views, which is like a lot more than I expected, to be fair. I was like, my Clover uploads, if I can get 100 on Pokemon Clover episodes, I'd be satisfied. And if I can get like 250 or 3 on Showdown uploads, I'd be satisfied. And Showdown started at like 500, which blew me away, and then it has since dropped to like 150 to 100. I'm like, do y'all just like not see them anymore because of Pokemon Clover uploads? Do you just don't care anymore? It's a bit bummed out because I'm like, I don't want to say I'm enjoying. I'm never going to be as into it as I used to be, but I am actually playing probably more than I have at all over the past like 3 or 4 years. Like I've been playing a fair amount of Pokemon Showdown recently, just because I've been having a lot of fun with this Hyper Offense team and my Gen 6 team. So, I try not to get caught up in the whole view thing, especially now. It's like it really doesn't matter. I'm not making money from it at all, and like I'm literally just doing it to entertain you guys. So whoever wants to watch, you can go ahead and watch, and I love you for it. But it is a little disheartening, I suppose, that you can put in the same amount of effort, if not more effort than before, but not be rewarded. Which, if I understand correctly, is why Tom is no longer with us. Speaking of Tom Bus, I still like you, man. Also, go back and watching Tom Bus's old uploads is amazing, because like once a year or so you can go back and watch his old uploads, and like they're like new uploads because you completely forget everything that happened in those uploads. So like I'll go back and watch a Tom Bus upload and be like, ooh, I wonder what happens in this game, because I genuinely don't remember. It's been a year since I've watched it. So like Tom hasn't uploaded in forever, but it's still like he's really with us because all of his videos are still just as watchable as they were before. Just grabbing a quick sip of water there, keeping my vocal cords hydrated. But yeah, I'd say the biggest reason why I haven't been uploading per se recently is just a lack of motivation. I've actually had like 3 or 4 nights free in the last week, and a lot of that is hockey. Like the playoffs right now are unbelievable. It's one of the most ridiculous first rounders of the playoffs I think I will ever see in my lifetime. 7 of the 8 teams were upsetted, and someone really interesting and neat. There's gonna be a cool storyline for whoever wins the Stanley Cup this year. The end of the first round was like much watched TV for me, so a lot of my nights were that, and then like homework and relationships, and like a lot has been going on here in my dorm with roommates and such, so it's just been really busy. And then you tack on, like I finally sit down. I was actually recording part 14 going through Rock Tunnel of Pokemon Clover, and I got halfway through and I just like turned off the recording. I'm like, this is shit. Like I was sitting there mumbling, I was like not really interested in what I was doing, and I'm like, I'm not gonna upload this, like no one will be interested in watching this. So I called my own bluff, and I don't know, like it's the problems come back to you need to be in the mood to record, and I'm just not in the mood to record right now. So hopefully that changes. I'm definitely going to try to record some Pokemon Clover maybe tomorrow and really enjoy it, because like the game itself I'm having a lot of fun with, but we shall see. Anyway, I'm going to narrate this one. So first turn he reveals to be Scarf Lando, and I end up freezing his Ferrothorn, which is going to be huge because it allows me to get up a T-Spike, and it's also going to allow me to get up a Spike Rooney, I believe, as well. I love opting for one Toxic Spike, especially with this Hyper Offense build, just because having things poisoned, such as like, well, on his team it's only Tapu Lele, but when Tapu Lele comes out, it's going to be a menace, right? So I'm able to outspeed and just kill his Tornadus with Tapu Koko. I don't know if he expected me to overpredict, but I have Shuka, so I'm not even scared of his Chomp. So Chomp's going to predict me to switch. I could have lived an Earthquake and killed it anyway, so like the fact that he got Rocks is probably the better of the 2 plays. But now he goes to Lando, and I'm still not going to switch because I'm still Shuka, so he's going to go to Mawile at this point. Everything's getting a little bit of spike damage on it, and at this point I'm just going to fire off a T-Bolt because, I mean, I don't want to let him set up. He's going to kill me off with a Play Rough, and Tapu Koko just basically dismantled half this man's team. Mimikyu's going to be able to come in, Shadow Sneak, and kill it off, avoiding the Sucker Punch. And at this point, Pharaoh's frozen. I have 2 spikes, and they're like, it's just everything's going well. Lando comes in. Lando really can't touch Lando, so I'm going to go to my own Lando. Out comes Tapu Lele. It's going to get poisoned and spiked, and regular poison's going to kill it like moderately quickly, especially with all the priority I have on my team. He reveals to be Specs. I'm gonna go to Mimikyu. I'm an idiot, and I believe. Do I click sneak here? No, I'm actually smart. So I know that as long as I have Mimikyu, I have the guaranteed stash. See, that's a play that I would have made right now in narration. I would have clicked sneak twice. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, no. Evidently I know how to play during my lunch break. So gonna go with the Scizor, and basically I just win because Scizor late game. Scizor late game is really good. Mega Scizor on Hyper Offense is fun because it kind of gives you like a switch in. Scizor Lando are like great Pokemon. If you haven't played Pokemon in the last 3 generations, let me fill you in on this thing called Mega Scizor, or even regular Scizor. It's bulky, has a great type, and is brutal offensively, so it fits on every build. You should really try one. But offensively here, I mean, like, lead Greninja is amazing. Fast Taunt and T-Spikes is phenomenal. Koko and Mimikyu is a free sash and a spin blocker in the same poke. And, like, if you want to make this team better, you'd probably put Bisharp over Passimian. But I just really like Passimian, especially for its banded close combats at +2. Like, it's really strong, and it has a decent move pool with U-turn and Gunk Shot and knockoff. So at this point, Granny's going to get up his 2 layers, going to taunt the Heatran because I ain't about that Stealth Rock life. And I'm going to switch into Passimian. Like I said, Passimian's kind of my switch in for Lava Plume. So he's going to go to Torn, I assume, to try to defog, and that's just not going to happen. So Passimian's chilling here. The hazards are here to stay, and as you can see in this battle, everything's grounded. So this is a battle that really showcases just how good lead Greninja is going to be for me, because all I have is a Spike and a T-Spike. I'm going to scare the Mawile out, obviously, with Landorus. I don't even know, I click Stealth Rock because I'm just fucking amazing. So at this point, I don't want to say the game is over, but like look at my hazard situation and look at the pokes that I have left, and there's just really no way to go about beating this. So I'm going to just launch off a Z move. It's going to basically nuke something on his team if you look at what he has left. And he can switch around all he wants, but just the hazards are punishing him to the point where it's really not beneficial for him to do so. Tapu Bulu allows me to go to Mega Scizor, and Mega Scizor might just win. I don't remember what his Heatran was at, and this isn't the best narration because I really should have watched it back first. But if I just knock off, I think I win. Yeah, so that's gonna be the game because the hazards are just too strong. So I highly recommend trying out this team. A lot of fun. I left myself like 3 minutes here at the end of the video, but I don't think I need it. Like, what else is there to say? Hyper offense is fun. I've been enjoying school. I'm almost done my first year, my first 2 semesters at aviation college, and having a blast. Met a lot of awesome people, and I just love aviation more than I thought I would, for sure. It's such a cool industry, and the physics behind everything that's going on is just so rewarding to learn about. I think that's really about it. My Jets are eliminated from the playoffs, so I'm just here to drink some beers and enjoy some good sports, and I hope you guys enjoy your summer, and I hope to be with you for a large majority of it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time.